practice Surya C, Sun Salutation C. In Sun Salutation C, we step back to a runner's lunge. We put the back knee down. And make sure your front knee is over your ankle. You might need to adjust. And that your back knee is not under your hip, but further behind. So some common mistakes in this pose is to step back and be here. Instead, take your front foot further forward, knee over ankle, and back knee further back so that you have a diagonal line here to stretch the hip flexors of the back leg. This pose also has a back bend, so we're going to be mindful to lift the hip points to the low ribs, then bring the hips forward. Lifting behind the heart, shoulder blades in, collarbones wide, low back long, and then arms up. We'll be stepping back to plank pose, shifting forward, knees down, lowering down, taking Cobra Pose, and then back to downward dog. And we'll repeat this on both sides. So set a blanket up if your knees are sensitive, and stand at the top of your mat, feet straight ahead, long spine, top of the head pressing up, arms open. Breathe in, reach up. Bend your knees, forward bend, touch down. Drop the head and stretch out the legs. Flat back position, press into the outer shins, lift the chest. As you exhale, press your hands down. Step your right foot way back, runner's lunge, knee over ankle on the front foot, back knee down with a diagonal line from the back knee to your hips. Coming up, lift the hip points, draw the navel in, and then lift behind the heart, shoulder blades in, find a back bend with a long, low back. Now lean the hips forward as you draw the hip points back. This is a low crescent. Hands to the floor, step to plank pose. Feet together, thighs strong, tailbone towards your heels. Roll the outer shoulders towards your hips. Shift forward, knees down. Notice the diagonal line from my knees to my shoulders. Bend your elbows straight back, hug them in, and lower your chest and hips as one piece. Cobra Pose, feet on the floor, tops of the feet. Press your hands, pull your chest forward, lift up, and pull forward and lower. Pressing back to your knees, downward dog. Take your feet as wide as you need for your down dog. Pressing your heels down, reach the toes forward and up. Pull the low belly in, press your hands, make your fingers wide. Press down with the fingertips. Press down with the knuckles where the fingers meet the palm, and evenly weight the inner and outer hand. Pressing your chest back towards your thighs, pressing your upper thighs up and back, and reaching the crown of the head towards your thumbs. Step your feet closer together, bend your knees, walk your feet forward to your hands, flat back position, hands on the outer shins. Exhale, fold in. Make your heels light. Bend your knees to come up. Inhale, reach up. And arms down. Second side, inhale. Exhale. Flat back position, breathe in. Hands to the floor. Step your left foot way back, knee to the floor. You can be on the top of the foot or on the ball of the back foot. And walk your front foot forward enough that your knee is right over your ankle. Your back knee creates a long line from your knee to your hip. Lift the hip points up to lengthen the low back. Belly in to support the low back. Reach from behind the heart, lifting the shoulder blades in, opening the collarbones. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, step to plank. Big breath in, plank. Strong legs, outer shoulders towards your hips. Shift forward, knees down, hips and chest lower as one piece. Elbows straight back, elbows in. Cobra Pose. Find a place for your hands that help you get into Cobra without compressing your upper back or your lower back. Press down, pull forward. Press your hands to lift up, elbows in, shoulders back and down. Pull forward and lower.